Hello students, I am Rushali Wag from Gokhale Education Society's JDC Pitco English Medium High School, Nasik. I hope you all are fine and studying nicely. Today I am here with 5th Standard Mathematics, Chapter 5, Fractions. Students, last week we have learned comparing like fractions, comparing fractions with equal numerators, comparing unlike fractions, and also you have solved problem set 18 and 19. Now let us move on to our next topic, that is addition of like fractions, subtraction of like fraction, and addition and subtraction of unlike fractions. Okay? Now let's move forward and learn more about addition of like fractions. Students, let's take one strip and let us divide a strip into 7 equal parts. We shall color 3 parts with one color and 2 parts with another color. So the part with one color is 3 by 7 because 3 out of 7 equal parts are colored. So the fraction is written as 3 by 7, and then with the other color is 2 by 7 because 2 of the 7 equal parts is colored with one color. The part with other color is 2 by 7. Students, can you tell me the total colored part which is shown in the figure by fraction? Very simple. What you have to do, just count the total number of color parts in the figure. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So write 5 in the numerator. Then count the total number of parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So we write out total parts in the denominator. So write 7 in the denominator. So the fraction is 5 by 7. The total color part is shown by the fraction 5 by 7. It means that 3 by 7 plus 2 by 7 is equal to 5 by 7. Students, if you observe, what you can see, 3 by 7 and 2 by 7, both the fractions are like fractions because their denominators are equal, 7. So what we can do here, when we add like fractions, add the numerators of the two fractions. Here numerators are 3 and 2. So we add 3 plus 2 is equal to 5. And then we write the denominator 7 as it is. Students, you must have a question in your mind. Why do we add the numerators only? And why do we write the denominator as it is? Because we write the total number of parts in the figure in the denominator, and they are 7. So we write 7 in the denominator as it is. So the answer is 5 by 7. Let's solve one more example. Take a circle and divide it into 8 equal parts. We shall color 3 parts with one dotted color and 2 parts with one color and 1 part with another color. So the part with dotted color is 3 by 8. The part with one color is 2 by 8 and the part with another color is 1 by 8. Now we have to find the total color part shown in the figure by fraction. It means that what we have to do, we have to add all the color parts, 3 by 8 plus 2 by 8 plus 1 by 8. It means that add 3 by 8 plus 2 by 8 plus 1 by 8. Students, if you observe all the 3 fractions, you notice that they are like fractions. When we add like fractions, what do? We add the numerators of the fractions and write the denominator as it is. So let us solve the example. Let's add the numerators 3 plus 2 plus 1 and write the denominator as it is by 8. So the answer is 6 by 8. So what do we learn with the help of the above examples? We learned that when adding like fractions, we add the numerators of the two fractions or two or more fractions and write the denominator as it is. Students, remember to add like fractions, add the numerators of the two or more fractions and write the denominator as it is. Okay? Solve example 3. Add 2 by 6 and 4 by 6. As 2 by 6 and 4 by 6 are like fractions. So add the numerators first, 2 plus 4, and then write the denominator 6 as it is. So is equal to 2 plus 4 is equal to 6 by 6. So the answer is 6 by 6. However, we know that 6 by 6 means that all 6 of the 6 equal parts are taken. That is, one whole figure is taken. Therefore, 6 by 6 is equal to 1. Note that if the numerator and denominator of a fraction are equal, the fraction is equal to 1. That is why 7 by 7 is equal to 1, 10 by 10 is equal to 1, 2 by 5 plus 3 by 5 is equal to 2 plus 3 by 5 is equal to 5 by 5 is equal to 1. Now you understand, students, if the numerator and denominator of a fraction are equal, the fraction is equal to 1. Remember that if we do not divide a figure into parts but keep it whole, it can also be written as 1. This tells us that 1 is equal to 1 by 1, equal to 2 by 2, equal to 3 by 3, and so on. Students, you also know that if the numerator and denominator of a fraction have a common divisor, then the fraction obtained by dividing them by the divisor is equivalent to the given fraction. See the example given on your screen. 5 by 5 is equal to 5 divided by 5 upon 5 divided by 5 is equal to 1 by 1 is equal to 1. Let's revise. If the numerator and the denominator of a fraction are equal, the fraction is equal to 1. Let's solve problem set 20. Add 1 by 5 and 3 by 5. When we add like fractions, what do? We add the numerators and write the denominator as it is. So, add the numerators first. 1 plus 3 upon 5. 1 plus 3 is equal to 4. So, 4 upon 5. Write the denominator 5 as it is. So, the answer is 4 upon 5. Second sum, add 2 upon 7 plus 1 upon 7 plus 3 upon 7. When we add like fractions, first we add the numerator and write the denominator as it is. So, first we add the numerators 2 plus 1 plus 3 and we'll write the denominator 7 as it is. Now, 2 plus 1 is 3, 3 plus 3 is equal to 6. So, 6 upon 7 is the answer. Let's solve one word problem. Mother gave 3 upon 8 of one guava to Meena and 2 upon 8 of the guava to Geeta. What part of guava did she give them altogether? Means we have to find out the part of the guava which she gave to Meena and Geeta altogether. This altogether word suggests that we have to add both the fractions. Means we have to add 3 by 8 and 2 by 8. Here 3 by 8 and 2 by 8 are like fractions. When we add like fractions, what we do? We add the numerators and write the denominators as it is. So we'll add the numerators 3 plus 2 upon 8. 3 plus 2 is equal to 5 upon 8. So mother gave 5 by 8 part to Meena and Geeta altogether. So mother gave altogether 5 upon 8 part of the guava to them. Remaining sums you can solve your own in your classwork notebook. Let's move on to our next topic, that is subtraction of like fractions. Let's solve one example. See, one figure which is on your screen is divided into 5 equal parts and 4 of them are colored. That is why the colored part is 4 by 5. Now we remove the color from one of the colored parts. That is, we subtract 1 by 5 from 4 by 5. So the remaining colored part is, if you count, 1, 2 and 3. 3 by 5. Therefore, 4 by 5 minus 1 by 5 is equal to 4 minus 1 by 5 is equal to 3 by 5. Is that 4 by 5 and 1 by 5, these are like fractions. And when we subtract 1 by 5 from 4 by 5, what do? We subtract numerators and write the denominators as it is. For example, we subtract 4 minus 1 upon 5, that is 3 upon 5. It means that when we subtract a fraction from another like fraction, we write the difference of the numerators as the numerator and write the denominator as it is. Okay? Students, remember, when subtracting a fraction from another like fraction, we write the difference between the numerators in the numerator and the common denominator in the denominator. Solve example 1. Subtract 7 minus 13 and 5 minus 13. These two fractions have a common denominator. So we shall subtract the second numerator from the first and write the denominator as it is. 7 by 13 minus 5 by 13 is equal to 7 minus 5 by 13. That is 2 by 13. So the answer is 2 by 13. What we have done in the above sum? We subtract a fraction from another like fraction. We write the difference of the numerators as the numerator and write the denominator as it is. Let's solve one more example. If Raju got 5 by 12 part of a sugarcane and Sanju got 3 by 12 part, how much was the extra part that Raju got? To find out the difference, we must subtract. Subtract 5 by 12 minus 3 by 12. Remember, to subtract a fraction from another like fraction, write the difference of the numerators as the numerator. And in this sum, what is the difference between the numerators? 5 minus 3 is equal to 2. So write 2 in the numerator and write denominator as it is. And here the denominator is 12. So write 12 as is. So the answer is 2 by 12. Thus Raju got 2 by 12 extra part. Okay. Let's solve problem set 21. First sum. Subtract 1 by 7 from 5 by 7. Here you can observe that these two fractions 5 by 7 and 1 by 7 are like fractions. And when we subtract a fraction from another like fractions, what we do? We write the difference between the numerators in the numerator and the common denominator in the denominator. So let us subtract 5 minus 1 and write the denominator 7 as it is. 5 minus 1 is equal to 4 and write the denominator 7 as it is. So the answer is 4 by 7 or 4 upon 7. Subtract 3 upon 15 from 10 upon 15. If you observe both the fractions, you notice that both are like fractions. When subtracting a fraction from another like fraction, what we do? We write the difference between the numerators in the numerator and common denominator in the denominator. So, we'll subtract numerators first. 10 minus 3, and we'll write the common denominator in the denominator's place, that is 15. 10 minus 3 is equal to 7, and we'll write 15 as it is. So the answer is 7 upon 15. Let's solve one word problem. 7 upon 10 of a wall is to be painted. Ramu has painted 4 upon 10 of it. How much more needs to be painted? In this sum, what we have to find? We have to find the difference between the painted wall and the wall which needs to be painted. So we have to subtract 4 upon 10 from 7 upon 10. Here 7 upon 10 and 4 upon 10, both the fractions are like fractions. When we subtract like fractions, what we do? We write the difference between the numerators in the numerator and the common denominator in the denominator. So, find the difference between the numerators. 7 minus 4, and write the denominator 10 as it is. 7 minus 4 is equal to 3. And write 10 in the denominator's place. So, 3 by 10. 3 by 10, this part needs to be painted. Hence, 3 upon 10 part of the wall needs to be painted. Children, remaining sums you can solve your own. Students, move on to our next topic, that is addition and subtraction of unlike fractions. Add 2 by 3 and 1 by 6. You have learned to add and to subtract fractions with common denominators. Here we have to add the fraction 1 by 6 to the fraction 2 by 3. Here you can see both the fractions are unlike fractions because their denominators are different. First, let us show the fraction 2 by 3 by coloring two of the three equal parts on a strip. Now we have to add the fraction 1 by 6 to the fraction 2 by 3. So let us divide each part on the strip into two equal parts. 4 by 6 is a fraction equivalent to 2 by 3. Students, if we observe figure 1, in this figure the strip is divided into three parts and two of them are colored. So the colored part is 2 by 3. And in figure 2, the same strip is divided into 6 equal parts and out of 6 parts, 4 parts are colored. So the colored part is 4 by 6. And if you observe both the figures, you notice that both the colored parts are equal or same. So this shows that 2 by 3 is equivalent to 4 by 6, or 4 by 6, this fraction is equivalent to 2 by 3. Now move on to our sum, that is we have to add 1 by 6 to the 2 by 3, that is to 4 by 6. So we shall color one more of the 6 parts on the strip. Now the total colored part is 5 by 6. Students, how can we get the answer? See, 4 by 6 plus 1 by 6 is equal to 4 plus 1 by 6 is equal to 5 by 6. That is 2 by 3 plus 1 by 6 is equal to 5 by 6. Students, do you understand what we have done in this sum? In this sum, we are adding two unlike fractions. To add unlike fractions, what we have done, we convert them into their equivalent fractions. Then we add their numerators and we get the answer. And to convert them into their equivalent fractions, what we have done? We have just find the smallest common multiple of the two denominators, that is 6. The two denominators are 3 and 6, and the common multiple is, smallest common multiple of 3 and 6 is 6. So we shall change the denominator of both fractions to 6. Then we get the same denominators. Then we add the numerators and find the answer. Students, you have to follow the same procedure when you are subtracting two unlike fractions. Students, remember, to add or subtract unlike fractions, first convert them into their equivalent like fractions and then add or subtract the fractions. Okay? Students, let's solve problem set 22. Add 1 by 8 and 3 by 4. If you observe this sum, you can see 1 by 8 and 3 by 4. These two fractions are unlike fractions. And when we add or subtract unlike fractions, what we do? First, we convert them into their equivalent fractions and then add or subtract the fractions. Okay? So, first, what we have to do? We have to make both the fraction equivalent. And to convert the fractions into equivalent fractions, what we have to do? We have to find common multiple for both the denominators, 8 and 4. So 8 is the common multiple for both the denominators. Let's take first fraction, that is 1 by 8. No need to change or convert this fraction as the denominator is 8. Now move on to the next fraction, that is 3 by 4. And how can we convert 4 into 4 to 8? If we multiplied 4 by 2, we get 8. And when we multiply any number to the denominator, we have to multiply to the numerator also to convert the fraction into equivalent fraction. So 1 by 8 plus 3 into 2 is equal to 6 upon 4 multiplied by 2 is equal to 8. So 6 upon 8. Now this 3 by 4 is converted to 6 by 8 equivalent fraction. Now both the denominators are equal. When we add like fractions, what we do? We just add the numerators and write the denominators as it is. So we'll add 1 plus 6 upon 8. 1 plus 6 is 7 and we'll write 8 as it is. So the answer is 7 upon 8. If we add 1 by 8 plus 3 by 4 is equal to 7 by 8. Subtract 1 upon 20 from 3 upon 10. In this sum, both the fractions 3 by 10 and 1 by 20 are unlike fractions. So we have to convert them into equivalent fractions. And to convert them into equivalent fractions, first let us make 20 as the common denominator of the given fraction. So 2 times 3 is upon 2 times 10 minus 1 upon 20. So 2 times 3 is equal to 6 and 2 times 10 is equal to 20. 6 upon 20 minus 1 upon 20 is equal to 6 minus 1 upon 20 is equal to 5 upon 20. So if we subtract 1 upon 20 from 3 upon 10, we get 5 upon 20 as the answer. Remaining sums from problem set 22, you can solve your own. Let's move on to our next topic, that is a fraction of a collection and a multiple of a fraction. To find fraction of a collection is divide the number or collection by the denominator of the fraction. Let's solve one example and understand the term. Example 1, 1/4 of a collection of 20 dots. In this example, we have to divide 20 into 4 equal parts. if we divide 20 by 4, we get 5. So, each part will have 5 dots. If we draw 5 dots in one row and if we draw such 4 rows, we get 20 dots. Here we divide the number, means the collection 20, by the denominator, that is 4, to get the answer 5. Okay. Example 2. 1 by 2 of a collection of 20 dots. If we divide 20 by 2, we get 10. So 1 by 2 of 20 is equal to 10. Example 3. 3 by 4 of a collection of 20 dots. Here we have to find a fraction of a collection and a multiple of a fraction. Here we have to find 3 by 4 of 20, means 3 times 1 by 4 parts of 20. 1 by 4 parts of 20 is equal to 20 divided by 4, that is 5. Means 1 by 4 parts of 20 is equal to 5. We have to find 3 by 4 parts of 20. So we have to multiply 3 times 5. That is 3 multiplied by 5 is equal to 15. 3 by 4 of 20 is equal to 15. Example 4. Thrice 5. Thrice 5 means we have to multiply 5 3 times. If we multiplied 5 3 times, we get 15. 5 multiplied by 3 is equal to 15. Let's solve problem set 23. Example 1. What is 1 upon 3 of each of the collections given below? First, 15 pencils. What we have to find? We have to find the fraction of a collection. Means we have to find 1/3 of 15 pencils. 1/3 of 15 pencils. To find fraction of a collection, what do? We divide the number or the collection by the denominator of the fraction. For example, here the number of collection is 15 and the denominator is 3. So we have to divide 15 by 3. If we divide 15 by 3, we get 5 pencils in each collection. Now we have to find 1/3 of 21 balloons. Means we have to find fraction of a collection. When we have to find fraction of a collection, what do? We divide the number or collection by the denominator of the fraction. So we'll divide 21 by 3. If we divide 21 by 3, we get 7 balloons in each group or each collection. This way you can solve the remaining sum your own. Example 3. Find the part of each of the following numbers equal to the given fractions. First example, 2 upon 3 of 30. In this sum, we have to find the multiple of a fraction. And when we have to find multiple of a fraction, first we divide the number by the denominator of the fraction. Then we multiply the quotient to the numerator to get the fraction. So we have to find 2 times 1 upon 3 of 30. Let us find 1 upon 3 times 30 is equal to 30 divided by 3. 30 divided by 3 is equal to 10. And the next step is multiply the quotient by the numerator. Here the numerator is 2. So multiply 10 by 2 means 2 times 10 is equal to 20. So 2 upon 3 of 30 is equal to 20. Remaining sums you can solve your own. Let's move on to our next topic, that is mixed fractions. Students, observe the circles given on the screen. Half of each of the 3 circles is colored. That is 3 parts, each equal to 1 by 2 of the circle are colored. The colored part is 1 by 2, plus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2. That is 3 by 2. 3 by 2 means 1 and half circle. 1 and half is written as 1 and 1 upon 2. And 1 and 1 upon 2 is read as 1 and 1 upon 2. In the fraction 1 and 1 upon 2, 1 is the integer part and 1 upon 2 is the fraction part. The fractions of the type 2 and 1 upon 4 or 2 and 1 by 4 are called mixed fractions or mixed numbers. Example 1 and 3 upon 4, 5 and 2 upon 7, 6 and 1 upon 3. In the fraction 2 and 1 upon 4, 2 is the integer part and 1 upon 4 is the fraction part. Our next topic is improper fractions. Fractions in which the numerator is greater than the denominator are called improper fractions. Examples 7 by 3, 5 by 2, 8 by 5, 9 by 4. If you observe the above examples, you can see numerators are greater than the denominators. For example, 7 by 3, 7 is the numerator and 3 is the denominator. Here numerator 7 is greater than the denominator. Such fractions are called improper fractions. Improper fractions can be converted into mixed fractions by splitting the numerator. For example, 7 upon 3. If we split the numerator 7 into 6 plus 1 upon 3 is equal to 6 upon 3 plus 1 upon 3 is equal to 6 upon 3 is equal to 2, because if we divide 6 by 3 we get 2. So 2 plus 1 upon 3 is equal to 2 and 1 upon 3. So this 7 upon 3, this improper fraction converted to 2 and 1 upon 3 into mixed fraction. Let's see one more example. 34 upon 5. 34 upon 5 is improper fraction because here the numerator 34 is greater than the denominator 5. So let us convert improper fraction to mixed fraction. How can we convert improper fraction to mixed fraction? If we split the numerator, here the numerator is 34. So split the numerator into 30 plus 4 upon 5. So 30 plus 4 upon 5 is equal to 30 upon 5 plus 4 upon 5 is equal to 6 plus 4 upon 5 is equal to 6 and 4 upon 5. So 34 upon 5, this improper fraction converted to mixed fraction 6 and 4 upon 5. Children, I hope you understand this chapter very well. So, solve problem set 20 and 21 in your class notebook. You can see some sums are encircled here. You need not to solve these sums as they are omitted from your syllabus. But for practice, you can solve it. And homework number 5. Solve practice set 22 and 23 in your homework notebook. Thank you very much and have a good day.